Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic of discussion is going to be about something that I like to call accountability. And in the content creation space, accountability is something that you don't actually see very often done by somebody's own individual will. Oftentimes, something needs to occur in the space. A video needs to be made. A take needs to be refuted. Some feelings need to get hurt for a lot of people to actually start taking that accountability. And this is a situation where, unfortunately, I'm going to have to go ahead and start doing that. There's been a debt that needs to be paid, to me in particular, and I think it's time for me to collect it, and also, you know, a little bit of interest as well. So let's start providing a bit of the context over here. If you guys are actually familiar with my channel, you're familiar with the type of content that I make, if you just look up ZZZ in my history, you'll see that I have a lot of videos talking about what's wrong with the game. It's going all the way back to 5 months ago, where I said the game had a massive amount of HP inflation, that it was slowly and surely becoming a lot less inaccessible to players, and that the decisions that the devs were making in this vid were really, really bad and were going to lead to a lot of problems later down the road. I then proceeded to talk about how all the new features that they were adding in versions like 2.0, so on and so forth, miasma, the new types of enemies, invulnerability phases, mechanics, not very good for the game either. The end game is getting a lot worse. It's getting inaccessible. They're walling off people from being able to get polychromes for literally no reason when the game already has a sweat endgame mode called the Endless Tower. Yes, ZZZ basically has holograms. And the situation is, ladies and gentlemen, well, there were a lot of creators, a lot of big name creators who have a pretty decently sized community that decided to directly oppose the viewpoints that I was making. They decided to go ahead, make countless videos mocking me, saying that I was doom posting the game, that I just hate it, and that I was the biggest source of issues in the community. In actuality, ladies and gentlemen, those same exact CCs that said those same exact things are now echoing the exact concerns that I had with the game months ago. Except this time, it's not about things like Shiyu defense. It's about deadly assault. The same things they're complaining about in Deadly Assault are the same exact things that have been happening to Shiyu defense for months. And this is the thing, right? Let's just take a look at some of the channel records over here. Rezi is a ZZZ creator that went ahead and decided to actually take some accountability here, right? Mentioned that there's HP inflation. But when you look at the post history, it's not even a month ago. We're talking about mocking AI-generated faces of me in the thumbnail, right? Saying that I'm ruining communities, that there's actually HP inflation in Wuwa. I'm an insufferable content creator. The misinformation final boss. When I was right the entire time. We got thumbnails like this. He complains about HP inflation again. He's just lying. The tourist who complains about ZZZ HP inflation. This is probably my favorite title over here. The tourist who complains about HP inflation. Let's recall, ladies and gentlemen, look at what I have highlighted on the screen. That's 3 months ago. And this is only one creator. And this is what I mean by taking accountability. This is what I mean by there's a debt that needs to be paid to me. And this is why I said I'm collecting interest. This is only the first creator, though. There's a couple more. We got EO. Y'all remember EO XS from back in the day, right? He made quite a bit of content. 4 months ago, the HP inflation conversation in Zenless Zone Zero is a joke. I reacted to part of this video, right? And a big take that EO had in this video was, who cares? Play better. HP inflation is good for the game. It's good to lock off polychromes from players who are able to unlock them before. It's good for them to be restricted from getting rewards. He said this. He made this take to toxic positively support HP inflation. He said, you just need to play better. People need to work harder to get the rewards. ZZZ is a game that literally has the Endless Tower, an endgame mode designed for the sweatiest fucking players to grind out their rotations, do the sweatiest shit possible, and play exceptionally well to clear the tower. It's a similar game mode to Wuthering Waves with holograms. EO's response in this situation was, Shiyu defense is good. It's good that Shiyu defense is becoming sweatier, even though we already have a sweaty endgame mode. That's why HP inflation is actually good for the game. This would be like a Wuthering Waves player saying that the TOA should be more like holograms. This is like a woo-wah player saying that the TOA should have the same difficulty level as holograms, and if you complain that you can't clear and you're losing out on the Astrite and premium currency, just play better, you fucking loser. Just play better, you casual or tourist, you novice, you skill-issued bum. It's good that HP inflation is in. It's good that everybody's now getting restricted from the rewards that they were getting before. And that was the spawn of the elitist mindset that proceeded to brigade every single one of my videos. This elitist mindset brigaded all of my videos with skill issue. HP inflation, it's not real. He's just bad at the game. Who cares if he was getting 7-star Shiyu clears and full deadly assault clears 2 months ago? He can't get them now because the HP's gone up. Saint's just bad at the game. Oh, this video is hilarious, though. You should watch this one. EO made multiple videos in that same exact vein. This was the first one. And would you look at this? Saint made a bad take about Zenless Zone Zero. Saint made a bad take about Zenless Zone Zero. Did I? Did I? When every single CC in the space literally has this opinion. It's a concern. The HP inflation is a massive fucking problem. They're even suggesting, the ZZZ CCs themselves are even suggesting, if you ever feel burnout from the HP inflation, go play something else, like Wuthering Waves. Rezi actually asked me for help on his Wuthering Waves account. He started playing this month. Rezi started playing Wuthering Waves this month. Interesting, isn't it? So you have so many CCs, and there's more on the record, by the way. It's not just EO. You got the raging alcoholic Fox Soul. You've got the alcoholic Fox Soul. Let me just reiterate this. This guy got drunk on stream, proceeded to talk shit about me for 3 hours. It's on multiple videos on my channel. There's proof of this. Don't worry, I'm not lying or slandering. He literally got drunk and started talking shit about me. What he wanted to do was let his personal feelings on the matter cloud every single take he's making. And so he's going ahead, and because I make a take, he's just decided to disagree with me. Yeah, this guy's just a complete... Anybody who associates with him at this point, my honest opinion is like, I don't even know what you're doing. It's like, you can see over here 3 months ago, right? Schizo vid, and then let's talk about why HP inflation and miasma aren't a problem. So that's another person, right? These guys have a literal track record of latching onto every critical take that I made about the game and then proceeding to explain in the worst ways possible to brainwash their community into thinking that I'm wrong, that HP inflation is actually good for the game, and that anybody complaining about it just has a fucking skill issue and they're a trash tourist. That's the narrative spread here. That's the narrative spread here. And that was, of course, the narrative that Rezi was spreading as well. That influenced a lot of other no-name CCs to go ahead and regurgitate the same thoughts. Do you want to know why? Because I was, and probably might still be, the biggest CC in the ZZZ space. One of, if not the biggest one. This game does not get a lot of views on YouTube. It's really hard to get a lot of views in the ZZZ category. And simply because I have an upload schedule where I upload 3 videos a day, and I upload maybe 1 ZZZ video a week, out of all of those, people were under the impression that I was like farming the fuck out of the game when I only have like 100 videos of it on my channel. Not even 100, like 60, like 40 or less videos on it on my 947 video channel. Like, it's like actually less than 10%. Maybe like 5% of my total. This is not actually a lot given how many actual videos I have on here. And they just all latched onto this idea. Saint's making a critical take about the game. Let's all just lie about the points that he's making to go farm some good boy points with the Saint haters and just take his accurate take about HP inflation, lie, and then farm it. EO did it, Rezi did it, Fox Soul still doing it, and then you got clowns like Loki Gotcha going ahead and doing it as well. These guys have a fetish for going ahead, disregarding the facts that are available to them, and simply disagreeing for the sake of disagreeing because it got them views. And you want to know the worst thing about it, ladies and gentlemen? They traded in easy views, easy subscribers because they're using my name. They traded all of that in, and now the game is dying. All of them are realizing HP inflation's a massive fucking issue, that the game is not really playable anymore, that people are quitting in droves, and they're only realizing it now. after they've already ruined and tarnished their own reputation and cultivated literally the most toxic positive community I've ever seen. We're simply going ahead and stating facts about the game will get your post brigaded to hell and back. You can look at every single one of my ZZZ videos. Honestly, it might be the best for me to show you it from this angle. Give me one moment. When you go on to ZZZ on my panel page, I have this video called Everyone is Quitting ZZZ right after 2.2 drop. That is a 90% like ratio. When you look at all of my other ZZZ videos, they have essentially been brigaded to hell and back. Brigaded. All of them. By this community that cannot accept when somebody is critical about a low quality game and low quality features and low quality fucking mechanics. Every single one brigaded to hell and back. Good lord. Remember when I said the ZZZ anniversary was mid as shit and kind of actually trash and not really that great? It was. And look at the fucking brigading over here. You remember that one? Oh man. Oh man, I planted those seeds long ago. Yeah, it was fucking trash. Look at the like. I have 42 videos on ZZZ. Look at the like ratio on all of these. And the most recent one. Is it really that much of a surprise that the like ratio is that high over here? It's because the community, well, it woke up. And part of the reason why it woke up is because of this. It's very simple. CCs have actually decided to start talking about what's wrong in the fucking game. Just like I've been doing for the past 5 fucking months. They're repeating the same exact terminology, the same exact reasoning, the same exact arguments that I've made for 5 months. And so it's time. Let's get the apology videos out there, buddy boy. Where it at, Rezi? Where's the Saint was right video? I'm a dumbass video. Where's that one? EO, where's the Saint actually has been making good takes about ZZZ this entire time? I'm a bit of a dipshit. Where's that video? We got the what's it called? Where's Fox Soul? I'm a raging alcoholic and used my personal bias against Saint and proceeded to disregard actual facts about the game because of my personal bias. Where's that apology video? Fox Soul, it's time, bucko. And of course, right? And of course, I can't forget this guy over here. I am a latent homosexual who has a fetish for Saint, and because of that odd desire, I have decided to oppose every single one of his takes and have basically performed digital harassment against him with my content. Where's that apology video, my friend? Where are they all at? These guys aren't going to make them. And if they are, I will give them credit for making them. But the thing is, that's why this video is about taking accountability. Oh, and if you guys wanted proof about the latent homosexual part, don't accuse me of spreading misinfo for me saying all the stuff I just said about this guy. Just read this thumbnail. He is literally talking about my penis in a thumbnail. That's just gay. I don't know what else to even say. Like, this is what I mean. Like, this thumbnail's existence is the only argument I need to make. And it's literal proof of all the things I just said. So yeah, there's something deeply wrong in the ZZZ community. Unfortunately, the months of constant misinformation, the months of brigading, the months of taking your farming on your YouTube channel by talking shit on another person's takes that you know are right, they decided that was the tactic that they wanted to use. And unfortunately, the community is kind of fucking cooked. Because right now, you make a critique about ZZZ, everyone thinks you're a Doom poster. And this is the most tragic part about it. Average Luck Gamer actually had an amazing stream the other day where he talked about how ZZZ's endgame is fucking trash. How HP inflation is going to kill the game. How Horrorverse is deciding to milk its entire player base by demanding that they pull sequence nodes or pull dupes if they want to be able to clear content. And you want to know what the most depressing part about this stream is? ALG would just be talking about and expressing his concern for how the game is going down an awful path. Every single message, every other message was this dog shit community just telling him he's doom posting, that he's just trying to sabotage the game. And that is the narrative. Anytime somebody makes a critique that's trying to better the game. This is the start of the stream.
Bruh. Don't worry, I'll tell you a story in a minute.
This is the end of stream.
This is not getting turned into a YouTube video, guys. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
The vibes are not there. You want to know why? Because this should have been a fruitful discussion across the entire community by one of, I think, personally, one of the best ZZZ creators on the platform. And instead of it being a fruitful discussion about HP inflation and the awful path the game is going on, he's just getting bombarded by comments accusing him of doom posting, accusing him of trying to sabotage the game because he's just expressing the actual raw facts about how fucked up the situation regarding HP inflation actually is. Imagine having to deal with this on a regular basis. And you want to know the worst part about all of this? ALG is one of the creators that just decided not to brigade me. He decided not to farm me for content, but now he's facing the consequences from the actions of these actual clout chasers. ALG can now no longer make critical takes that are wholly warranted without the community accusing him of trying to doom post the game because of this dipshit, because of this dipshit, because of this dipshit. And of course, this dipshit who decided to go ahead. Guys, let's be real here. Let's talk about this for a second. Y'all remember this video where EO decided to hyper-analyze the first time I ever played a Hugo and lighter team? I just pulled the units literally an hour before my Shiyu defense runs. And then he starts backseating the fuck out of me, literally the first time I've ever used a character before. This guy has to be one of the biggest sources of toxic positivity, skill issue positivity, all this shit I've ever fucking seen. The rest of these guys, they might say sorry. You know that EO won't. If EO never made a public apology for backseating the first time I ever played a unit and then farming an entire video off of it being like, yeah, this is what bad players do. Yeah, this is what people that aren't trying to learn the game. This is what people that are intentionally playing badly, this is what they do. Implying that I'm doing all of those things because I don't know how to use a character's mechanics the first time I ever use them. He never apologized for that. And so, of course, EO's probably not going to apologize for helping to kill Zenless Zone Zero. But the ironic thing is, he's one of the people that has the most to lose from killing Zenless Zone Zero. So it's a little bit of just like entirely a self-own. If anything, he should be apologizing to him fucking self. We already know that the ZZZ category is horrifically fucking botted on Twitch. Let me just find it. Oh, sorry for showing the better game in the background over there. Honestly, I think I did it on purpose. We all needed a refresher. So yeah, it's just, we already know the ZZZ category is heavily fucking botted. You can just tell by like all the random jumps of like literally it will spawn 1,000 viewers out of Satan's ass crack within like 10 minutes. It happens on a literal daily basis for this fucking game. Like, you could just see this is one of the most unnatural fucking 7-day viewer charts I think anyone has ever fucking seen. This thing looks more like a fucking step chart, like a step function, than like an actual graph. What the fuck even is this? I swear, some of them are even going backwards. A lot of people are going to be held accountable today. We've already posted the list, and I'm waiting for the apologies. I also have a bit of good news to share. Everybody is clearly recognizing that this game is going to shit. Even the people that were blindly defending it before and talking shit about anyone that was critiquing it before. Everyone thinks it's going downhill. And this is my offer. If you're a ZZZCC that's willing to take accountability for A, not talking about the issue earlier, I think this is an easy one to take accountability for because of all the negative PR going on. If you're willing to take accountability about that, or B, if you're a creator who is actively shilling for HP inflation and saying it was good for the game, if people just start taking accountability for, let's just be honest here, their actions in killing ZZZ, because I'll call out ALG a little bit, even though I don't want to. This stream should have happened 4 months ago. This stream should have happened maybe 3 months ago. And the fact that it took this long for this stream to happen, even though ZZZ has been HP inflating since the start of the year, I'm gonna have to call it out, right? But it's a very easy ask on that end. And this is the other thing. If you're a ZZZ creator who was, let's just be honest here, toxic positively shilling the game and defending it every opportunity, if you apologize for that, guys, I'm very happy to help transition any of these creators. Maybe not this guy because he's an alcoholic. And maybe not this guy because he's maliciously gay. If you're not one of like those freak creators, I'm very happy. Shoot up my DMs, whatever you want to do, right? I'm very happy to help any of these guys transition over to Wuwa. Very happy to help transition any of these creators over to Wuthering Waves, get them started up. Maybe we have like a bit of a podcast, something like that going on. But you guys need to take accountability first for how you guys killed your own game. This game is dead. It has been murdered. And the inaction of the leaders of this community have killed this game. And so, I will need people to take accountability for the role they played in this game's fucking death if they want my help transitioning to a new game. Because, of course, right, one thing that we wouldn't want are creators like this going to Wuthering Waves and then proceeding to spread even more misinformation about that game and cause it to go down a similar path. Oh, wait, EO already did that months ago. He said Wuwa's dog shit because he can't juggle enemies like he's at a fucking carnival. I forgot. Oh, wait, he already did that. Anyways, since we talked about Rezi coming back, or Rezi starting to play Wuwa, there's actually another ZZZ creator who 2 weeks ago made a post about, should I cover new games? Should I cover other games? So, yeah, it's clearly a literal mass exodus that is happening in this community. Every CC is trying to leave. That'll be that for this one, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said before, I will farm the fuck out of ZZZ, even if I don't play the game. Because ZZZ has unfortunately devolved into just another Hoyo game. And what I mean by just another Hoyo game is that it's bad. And people are fascinated in finding out how a bad game becomes worse. You only need to have played it before to identify why the game has gone bad and why the game has gotten worse. Genshin, don't need to play it to know that 6.0 is a steaming pile of dog shit. HSR, don't need to play the Fate collab to know it's a steaming pile of dog shit. And now ZZZ, don't need to play the game to know that it's gonna have HP inflation issues and issues with fucking boss mechanics like miasma. They're all dog shit. And so people are just curious. It's a morbid curiosity to find out how a bad game is getting worse. And that's where ZZZ now is, ladies and gentlemen. So expect many more videos like this in the future. Because like I said, I got debts that need to be paid. Let me know what you all thought. Peace.